This 3-inch Premier leveling kit from Cognito Motorsports is a very complete kit that gives you everything you need to inject your truck with more height and more performance without having to compromise. Designed to fit 2020 and newer Silverado and Sierra 2500s and 3500s, this is the setup you want if you're looking for a high-quality lift kit that offers superior performance and control in all situations. Let's start out with the most important part, and that is going to be tire fitment. With this kit installed, you will be able to get up to a 35 by 12.5 inch tire on a 9-inch wide wheel without the need for additional modifications. With that size wheel and tire combination, you also will not encounter any rubbing issues, and you don't need to do any trimming, so you can just bolt everything right up and enjoy. Now, getting some additional height on the 3/4 and 1-ton GM trucks is rather straightforward thanks to their torsion bar suspension design. Now, the additional height in this kit comes by way of 3 different components that add up to a total of 3 inches of front end lift. The first component is a set of torsion bar keys. That's these guys right here, and they're going to allow you to crank those bars up a bit more. You also get 1/2-inch shock spacers to go with the biggest piece, which is, of course, the set of FOX 2.0 Performance Series remote reservoir shocks. Now, these pack all the good stuff from the familiar FOX 2.0s, just with some added capacity. You get the same monotube design with internal floating pistons. That floating piston eliminates aeration in the oil, so there won't be any air bubbles working their way in and messing up the damping performance. FOX also tunes each of these shocks for specific vehicles with application-specific valving and a high-flow damping piston. These also give you about 6 inches of travel. So, what does that all mean for you? In short, significantly better performance versus your factory shocks. The remote reservoirs here are a huge boon for performance, giving you that additional fluid capacity for enhanced cooling. You can really work these shocks hard off-road, as opposed to stock dampers that are tuned for stock height, but are also tuned more on the soft side for street driving. These are meant to perform both on the street and on the trail. Now, they are going to make the ride a bit more firm than stock, but that also means you're going to get more control over the way your truck handles, especially because you have a match set of shocks front and rear with application-specific damping. Now, also included in this kit are a set of Cognito's SM series upper control arms. These feature an increased angle for the ball joint versus the ones that your stock arms have that are basically perpendicular. That increased angle helps account for the 3 inches of lift and allows your suspension to retain its proper geometry, so you're not going to have issues with binding, and you'll get all the articulation you need to go off-roading or overlanding. Cognito also includes their forged pitman and idler arms support kit in this too, which addresses one of the biggest weak points on these trucks. These are going to strengthen and tighten up the steering system, providing you with more feedback through the wheel and giving you, again, better control over your truck in all situations. The control arms are made from box sheet metal, and these are all welded together for extra strength. The ball joints and bushings come pre-installed, and you've got Zerk fittings for the ball joints, making them greasable for easy maintenance for longer life. The arms are finished in this cool semi-gloss black powder coat as well to protect the metal underneath against rust and corrosion. The shocks, both front and rear, feature 2-inch diameter bodies, and they're made from CNC machined 6061 T6 aluminum. Inside, again, you're going to get that high-flow internal floating piston, redundant seals, and a 5/8 inch thick hard chrome-plated, heat-treated alloy steel piston shaft. The mounting points also feature nitrile rubber bushings with sleeves included, and they're made from anodized CNC machined 6061 T6 aluminum as well. The shock spacers are also made of aluminum to match for, again, lightweight and strength. And then you've got your idler and pitman arms and your torsion bar keys, all of which are made from cast iron, and they're finished in that same kind of semi-gloss powder coat black. Everything comes with heavy-duty bolts included. Cognito clearly went into development with a focus on performance and durability, and it really shows because everything here is extremely solid. Pricing for this kit comes in at about $2,700. Now, that does position this as a more premium offering, but if you want the best, well, you gotta be willing to shell out the cash for it. The combination of the remote reservoir shocks and the SM series control arms is a real winner because of that build quality and the technology that's been built in here. Plus, you get improved steering with this kit too, and I cannot overstate the benefits of that. So if you want a lift level kit that's gonna perform and last you a long time, it's worth finding the room in your budget for this one. Installation gets a 3 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you around 4 hours to complete. Now, this is going to be a totally bolt-on operation, so you don't need to modify anything on the truck itself. in order to get all of the parts fitted. It is going to take you some time though, and just keep in mind, if you've never done it before, messing with torsion bars is a little bit tricky. However, once you get the hang of it, it's pretty straightforward. Just allow yourself some extra time and patience to get it all done, and once you've got it finished, make sure you take your truck for an alignment. That's going to wrap it up here for our review of the Cognito Motorsports 3-inch Premier Leveling Lift Kit with the FOX PSRR 2.0 shocks, fitting 2020 and newer Silverado and Sierra 2500s and 3500s. Thanks so much for watching, and for everything Silverado and Sierra, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.